Thank you so much. That was beautiful. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I'm so happy that everyone is with us today and here on time and everything on time change. My name is Gracie Novacek, and I forgot my name tag again. It is so nice to see everyone here. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, I'd like to welcome you to the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of the Swannanoa Valley. Would you please silence your cell phones and any other noisemakers that you might have? Thank you. We are a progressive congregation fueled with and connected by the spirit of goodness, justice, and love. Ursula K. Le Guin said, "Love doesn't just sit there like a stone. It has to be made, like bread, remade all the time, made new." Making bread is a lot of work, and to love means that you can feel deeply, and you can also feel the full spectrum of emotions, not just the good, positive emotions. It's a lot of work to pay attention and stay connected, but being a part of this community has helped me open up and feel supported. Please review, well, let me see where, I don't have one. I don't know where my order of service went, but, oh. Thank you. Now I have too many. Thank you so much. The order of service has altered a little bit, which is awesome. So on the back, we now have all sorts of events. So we have a lot of room for all the events, and the most important event is Alice Wells' birthday today. So that is exciting. Is she here? Is she? Oh, she's doing the food. Do you mind getting her, Deb? Thanks. She is a crucial member of this congregation, and she helps to run a full potluck, which is Potluck Sunday, and so we get to embarrass her in a minute. She may or may not be refusing. Okay. Here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Alice. Happy birthday to you. We did it. That was great. So there's a lot of announcements and a lot of birthdays, and it's International Women's Day, which is also very exciting. We also have the Land and Labor Acknowledgement. There's no easy way for me to transition, but we're trying here today. The Land and Labor Acknowledgement is also on the back of our service, and we read this each week because we need a reminder, and we review that, and also the 8 principles, which have moved to the second to last page. And we read those and remember the principles, and we remember and revere the Land and Labor Acknowledgement, because love has to be made, like bread, remade all the time, made new. We have a tradition of welcoming new visitors who have been here only 1 or 2 times, and so I'm going to start on this side, and if you're new, if you are comfortable, you can stand up and introduce yourselves and tell us where you're from. So we're going to start over here.
We brought our kids today. This is Remy and this is Aster, so we're really happy to have them here.
Anyone else on this side? Okay. We'll move to this side. Any visitors or newcomers?
Okay. We've been here more than twice. I'm Barb, and this is Justin. And we've got 2 kids in the classroom, Iris, 5, and Cassidy, 3. And we plan on becoming members after service today.
That is so wonderful. Thank you so much for coming. If you have time and your schedule permits, it is Potluck Sunday. And so that'll happen after church, and there will be a bunch of people from the membership committee who have orange name tags who can talk to you. But immediately after service, before potluck, we have a meeting, and this is a message from your Board of Trustees. As we look towards the future, beyond our time here, we stand on the shoulders of those who started UUCSV. Through their effort, time, and financial resources, we are the beneficiaries of those commitments. Sustaining that commitment secures the welfare and longevity of UUCSV. Your elected Board of Trustees supports the creation of an endowment fund available to those who wish to contribute as a pathway towards sustaining our presence for generations to come. We value your input and look forward to your participation today. So I believe we hit a quorum for the meeting, and you'll vote with your sign. And we will stay seated after service and roll right into it. It's going to be efficient. It's going to be great. And if you're not a member or haven't quite been a member for 30 days, you're welcome to sit in. You just won't be able to vote. Or you can get a head start on all the food and get all the good food. And so, I think I did everything.
Gracie? Candace?
Oh,
Yeah.
come on up. So sorry. Do you want? Can you start this? Sure. Okay.
Sorry to interrupt. Thank you, Gracie. I just wanted to give an update on the Canvas and say thank you to everyone who was able to come to the kickoff last Sunday. I think it was a fantastic event. We'll give a little bit of an update on where we stand. So after 1 week, we had sent out about 87 requests 3 times. So you got emails, you got physical mails, you got something here, you all got bothered 3 times already. But we got 46 replies back, and we're 72% of the way to our goal. So fantastic. Every one of those 46 people will be entered with 5 tickets into the raffle. If you get your contribution in before the end of this week, you'll have 3 tickets into the raffle. You then have 1 more week to get 1 ticket into that raffle, but let's try to get everyone in by the end of this week. Would be fantastic. So thanks to everyone, and we'll begin our service.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, so there's a couple other people who are going to join. So if you want to, because new members, you just come on, you won't be able to vote today. If you would meet me in the back in my office, I can have you join. It won't take long to slice your hand and mingle the blood and sacrifice that. And then you can go on out and eat. Okay? The kids don't have to do that. And all righty. We want to stay current. We don't want to be medieval. Okay. The words of Dr. Howard Gardner. I confess my own inner confusion as I look upon the world. There is food for all, yet many are hungry. There are clothes enough for all, many are in rags. There is room enough for all, and many are crowded. There are none who want war, preparations and war abounds. Spirit of life, let your light burn in me, that I may from this moment on take effective steps within my own powers to live up to the light and courageously to pay for the kind of world I so deeply desire. So, please rise as you are willing and able, and join in our opening hymn this morning, hymn number 39, Bring On Thy Music, hymn number 39. Our responsive reading in the back of the hymnal is number 440, the words of Unitarian Universalist Philip Hewitt. From the fragmented world. From the fragmented world of our everyday lives, we gather together in search of wholeness.
By many cares and preoccupations, by diverse and selfish aims, are we separated from one another and divided within ourselves.
Yet we know that no branch is utterly severed from the tree of life that sustains us all.
We cherish our oneness with those around us and the countless generations that have gone before us.
We would hold fast to all of good we inherit, even as we would leave behind us the outworn and the false.
We would escape from bondage to the ideas of our own day and from the delusions of our own fancy.
Let us labor in hope for the dawning of a new day without hatred, violence, and injustice.
Let us nurture the growth in our own lives of the love that is shown in the lives of the greatest men and women, the rays of whose lamps still illuminate our way.
In this spirit we gather, and in this spirit we pray. Thank you for fixing that. So we have a treat that we don't, this is very rare, but David Lee will, are you not entertained?
This is a Carole King song that I thought was appropriate. It's essentially a song about friendship and relationship. Whispering wind came uninvited, looking for somewhere else to go. Here is a lamp I've left unlighted. Aren't you someone I should know? Memory's flame is soon ignited, lighting my lamp with amber glow. Quietly friends are reunited, singing a song of long ago. La la la. for someone who just can't be happy and be glad. You can feel enough to cry. Younger than always, time descended, bringing me brand new seeds to sow. Now that they've been a long time planted, what must I do to help them grow? If it had been as I intended, I wouldn't have the peace I know. Loving the people I befriended and singing a song of long ago. La la la, la la la, la la la, la la la, la la la. La 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 la, long ago. As it began, so I will end it, singing a song of long ago. Loving the people I befriended, and singing a song of long ago.
This is the time in the service when we invite you to come and share a joy, a concern, a sorrow. The stones are here, the water is there, and we need you up here. So, it's hard for me to see. Yes. It's wet. So, the floor is yours. Thank you, David. Okay, so. Y'all need me to bring you these songs? No? Yeah. This stone is for those of you who, for whatever reason, decided not to come up. Can you hear?
No, your mic's
No.
off.
It's on. Can you hear me now?
No.
Bunch of jokesters here. Okay, what about now?
Now you're live.
It's not unusual. We're dropping this in. I'm dating myself, Tom Jones. Anyway, for those of you who, for whatever reason, did not want to come up, we keep you in our thoughts and prayers and hearts and minds. All righty. This meditation / prayer was written by Reverend Victoria Weinstein. I don't know if she's a retired UU minister or not, but I snatched it. It's called Prayer for Canvas Sunday. Yeah. After this, we'll have our time of quiet. Okay. In the spirit of the prophet Amos, the Unitarian Universalist minister A. Paul Davis prayed, "Help us to remember, Spirit of Life, that from those to whom much has been given, much is expected. Let us join our hearts and spirits in reflection. We have been given the bounty of this beautiful day, and we have been given the gift of the worship tradition that draws us together in this house of hope and memory, a house of learning, of healing, of growing, and of serving. We lift up grateful hearts. We have been given the inspiration of our brothers and sisters in faith who walk with us the path of the free religious life, who companion us in our joys, our concerns, and our sorrows, and who are ours by some design of fate or necessity, to care for and to love, to forgive and to cherish for this time of our lives. We lift our grateful hearts. We have been given minds with which to wonder and to reason, and we have been given voices to speak and to sing and to shout against injustice, and we have hands to work and to build the better world we would have for ourselves and our children. We are asked to use them all in the service of love and justice we lift up grateful hearts. We have been given the divine spark as children of God, all whose health and wholeness requires us to tend to the life of the soul. In our rushing and our doing, may we not forget those we are and what we truly are, not human beings having a spiritual experience, but spiritual beings having a human experience. We lift up grateful hearts. We ponder this mystery together, glad for one another, blessed by the abundance of our lives, and called to give abundantly of ourselves to it. And now, while our minds are one, for this brief moment, I leave you all with the eloquence of silence. And so it is. We have so many needs. We have 1,000 prayers for 1,000 needs. But those needs only need one answer, and that is not to be indifferent. The opposite of love is not hate, it is indifference. And with that in mind, we will now receive this morning's offering.
Bless the beast and the children, for in this world they have no voice. They have no choice. Bless the beast and the children, for the world can never be they see. Light their way when the darkness surrounds them, and give them love, let it shine all around them. Bless the beast and the children, give them shelter from the storm, keep them safe, keep them warm. bless the beast and the children. Give them shelter from the storm. Keep them safe. Keep them warm. But children, the children, the children.
Thank you for your generosity. Okay. The children. Yes, the children. Or as my grandmother used to say, the childrens. The childrens. You have to. Okay. We got a lot of, we have a lot of really good things planned for the congregation. You know, time is flying. July 1st, well, June 30th, the church year is over. And so we've been blessed with a lot of talented folks who are sitting in here with us. You know, Fletcher, you know, thank you for being our board president. I thank everybody on the board. Would you stand up, please? Bo and Deb, please, will the board stand up? If you're on the committee, would you stand up? If you're on a committee, please stand up. Okay. This is it. This is how we thrive and survive, and with your generosity too. And I just, you know, we don't get a chance to say it that often, but this is it. This is how we do it. Right? This is how we do it. So, I want you to see faces. And we got 5 people coming off the board. So we're going to have a big change. And if you feel like you can rock with us with that, board, committees, whatever, and we got people joining, we need you. And so don't be shy. But we can forget that volunteers, these folks are not getting paid. They're doing this because of the love of this community and wanting us to be here when you and I are the ancestors, you know. So I want to talk about being human religiously. The majority of UUs are come-outers. They're people who join our congregation as adults. Maybe maybe they were put off by more other traditional churches, or maybe you're just looking for a better spiritual fit for your lives. Either way, almost all of us, almost all come to us on a personal journey, trying to find a better way to be human. It is hard to be a human. It's hard to be a good human being. And so you're looking for a better way of being human religiously. So it makes sense then that a lot of people in our congregations think in terms of getting their needs met, right? And so at Canvas time, it is very tempting to do an evaluation and to ask ourselves, to ask yourself, do the sermons feed me? Do my kids want to go to RE? Have I really found the church that I've been looking for? Your presence here today on Sunday, and on this particular Sunday, is a wonderful indicator that this congregation is important to you and the people that you love. I want to reflect with you just a bit this morning. I mean, how many times can I ask for money in different ways? Every year, I mean, come on, I'm running out of ideas. If you could give me some, I'd be much obliged. But I want to reflect with you this morning about these unique communities we call congregations, and that we choose to affirm in the first place, and why these little institutions continue to claim our loyalty over the years. So let's keep it real. You probably drove past at least 3 or 4 different houses of worship on your way here this morning. And perhaps as members of the professional clergy, we ought to give the same announcement that airlines do. When you land at the airport, we realized that you had a choice of airlines coming to Asheville, Black Mountain today, and we thank you for choosing Delta. Or UU Airlines, maybe we can get that. Perhaps we ought to say we realized that you had a choice of congregations to attend this morning. And we thank you for choosing this Unitarian Universalist congregation as your place of worship today. Now, this may surprise you, and it may, probably won't, but as a minister, I have a great personal fondness for churches and temples of all kinds. Now, I get it, you know, our Aboriginal brother, this is the temple, the sky, yeah. But 2 things can be true. I love churches. I love cathedrals. I like the way I feel when I walk in these places. Because sometimes you feel things you don't want to feel. But you feel, you know, I love the architecture. When I like to see where people go to worship. What kind of God do you worship when I walk in this place? I want to feel it. I love churches and mosques and monasteries and ashrams, chapels of all kinds. From the most grandiose to the smallest and the humblest, I just find them fascinating. I always have, probably past life stuff, but I get into it. I feel the presence there, mostly a calmness and a tranquility, and you can tell a lot about a church or temple just by sitting there quietly for a few minutes. Just letting the energy wash over you. I try to keep this space cleansed. I burn sage in here, but someone accused me of smoking marijuana a couple months ago. I said, no, it's sage. But I want to keep the atmosphere clean. You know what I mean. I had dreadlocks then. I hope that didn't have anything. I don't want to be a walking stereotype, you know. But anyway, I mean, I love, you know, especially Catholic and Episcopal churches. I enjoy the Cathedral of St. John the Divine in New York and St. Patrick's. I love it. I light a candle, say a little prayer for us, and go on about my business when I'm in New York. But when we talk about supporting churches, in this way, we are the same. Any congregation, from the largest cathedral to the smallest chapel, is always a gift of those common people who love it and who work for it and who support it. Always. It is the love of its congregation that ultimately sanctifies a church or a temple or a meeting house, and it makes it a sanctuary. It makes it a safe space, a holy place, a community that transcends time, if you will. In my 32 years as a minister, time and again, I have been truly humbled by the loving, just by the loyalty and the stunning generosity of spirit in which people hold their spaces, their churches. So I want to share with you a story about a man named Bob. Don't do it. Don't do it. This is a true story. This story was told to me by a minister many years ago when I first began my ministry. It's about a man named Bob who was an immigrant laborer who worked as a longshoreman on the docks of New York. And he lived across the street from where the church with his wife and 7 children lived. And he was devoted to this particular church. And one day Bob was laid off from work in an extended strike. And he was unable to pay his pledge to the church. This was a serious blow to his pride, and he knew that it was a poor parish that needed all the contributions it could get. So Bob went to the minister and he volunteered to contribute his services as the unpaid evening custodian. I think that we had a sexton, that's what we called when I was serving the UU Church in Brooklyn. But he got paid until he could afford, but he did this until he could afford to resume his pledge. He figured the money they could have paid him would go to outreach. So every evening he worked several hours for no pay, sweeping and mopping the church. This was his way to contribute. As all things do, they begin and end. So you got to remember that. All things begin and end. Even fascism for a little while. And so the dock strike ended, and Bob was again able to resume his full-time job, and he resumed his financial pledge to the church. Then he decided, in addition to his pledge, to continue working as an unpaid night custodian for the church for the next 30 years. And I know this story is true because Bob is the father of the man who told me this story. Here is what I know about communities of faith. These folks are precious and rare and life-changing. These institutions, these little churches of ours, but we're growing, you know. It's nice to be a little church, but we are, officially with the UUA, we are a small, mid-sized congregation. We're on the smaller side, but we are not small anymore. Please don't say we're a little country church anymore. That hurts. Because if you say it, you're going to think that way. And you're going to stay that way. And that's not what we are. We're not going to be Asheville, but we need to be able to sustain. So. But these churches touch people, and they are meaningful in people's lives in ways that most of us can only guess at, even those of us who have been active, committed leaders for these many years. And a church, you know, we have fellowship societies, churches under our umbrella. But I'm using the word church. It's finally more than its people and what they bring to it. I mean, that's what a church is, and when it's all said and done. That's what the congregation is. Your faith, your vision, your collective hopes and dreams, your memories, your customs, the history, the prayers, the good works and the values, and what community we are able to create here for ourselves. That's it. When you cut away the fat and spit out the bones, that's who we are. The Reverend John Wolfe, the minister, he's the minister emeritus of the All Souls Church in Tulsa, Oklahoma, huge church. He said it when he summed it up when he said this: there's only one reason for joining a UU church, and that is to support it. You want to support it because it stands against superstition and fear. Because this congregation points to what is noblest and best in human life. It's open to women and men of whatever race, creed, color, place of origin, sexuality. You want to support a UU church because it has a free pulpit. I can say things in this pulpit. Any minister can say things in this pulpit. You hear ideas expressed here that would cost me my job in any other congregation, denomination, a more conservative or more orthodox denomination. You want to support it because it's a place where children can come without being burdened with guilt or terrified of some terrestrial peeping Tom, where they can learn that religion is for what? It's for joy. It's for comfort, for gratitude, and for love. I mean, when I used to, I came from the Baptist tradition, and I used to watch some of these brothers, because it's mostly brothers, on television, and the gospel was supposed to be about good news, and I would turn the sound down. And these people looked like they had caught themselves in their zipper or something. It was this anger. It was this, I was like, whoa. And I said, I have to stop. I can't do this anymore. You want to support it because it is a place where walls between people are torn down. Right? And we don't want to build up walls between people because it's a place for the religiously displaced people of our time, the refugees, the unwanted free thinkers, interracial marriages and relationships, and those who insist against orthodoxy, that they must work on their own beliefs. You want to support a UU church because we're more concerned with human beings than with dogma. Because it searches for the holy rather than dwelling upon the depraved. Because it calls no one a sinner, yet knows how deep it is the struggle to be a human being, to open our hearts, and how great is the hunger for what we want that is good. You want to support a UU church because we laugh together. Because it stands for something in a day when religion is still more concerned with who you sleep with platitudes than with racism and war. You want to support a UU church not because it buys you some insurance policy towards your funeral service, even though if you do join, we'll lay you to rest. We do that. But because it neither insults your intelligence nor your conscience. And because it calls you to worship what is truly worthy of your sacrifice. So there's only one reason to join a UU church, and that is to support it. This Canvas Sunday is about each one of us looking inside for what it is that we most treasure and value about our congregation and making a personal commitment. It's not a competition. No one's going to, what is she writing? No, it's not about that. It's what's comfortable for you, whatever you're able to do to empower those values in living in community. One last story before we go. It's the story of a minister who was serving a church in Scotland. He wasn't much of a drinker, and he had recently gave his congregation a scathing but ineffective sermon on the evils of alcohol. The following week, he and all of his neighbors were invited to a feast at the estate of one of the richest farmers in the area, a Mr. Lord McGregor. Lord McGregor's farm was not only well known for its prized barley and oats, but also for its fine cherry brandy. And he bottled it every year. At the end of the magnificent feast, each guest was served a glass of the cherry brandy. Not wishing to offend the host, the minister drank his serving, and he found it delicious. Delicious. In fact, as he was leaving that evening, he asked if he might have a case of brandy donated to the parsonage for medicinal purposes, of course. Let's not run away with it. Lord McGregor was delighted to do so, but only on one condition. He said, if I do this, that you write a public thank you for the gift on the front page of the newsletter. Right? Okay. That's what he said. What's the name of our? I have to write it. No, this is Lord McGregor. It's not me. I have to write on the current. The minister thought for a brief moment, and then he agreed to do so. Clever. So the next morning, not one but 2 cases of the cherry brandy were delivered as promised to the parsonage. And as promised, the minister wrote this public thank you in the current, in the next newsletter. The minister wishes to thank Lord McGregor for his most generous gift of fruit to the parsonage this year. But even more importantly, we thank the Lord for the fine spirit in which it was offered. And so, Lord McGregor, thank you, Lord. So we thank you, each and every one of you, for the fine spirit in which you support this congregation by being human religiously. Thank you. Please rise as you are willing and able, and joining in our closing hymn this morning. Remember, don't leave. Those of you who are going to join, if you want to leave, but there'll be people before you, but you can come back in the office, or you can sit here and then come back when you finish. Closing hymn, Sound Over All Waters, hymn number 122. Carry on. Okay, let's give David some love. We are warmed by fires, of course, that we did not build. We sit in the shade of trees we did not plant. We drink from the wells we did not dig. But we are ever bound in community. Thank you for being here. Thank you in advance for your generosity. And I'll see you out there if I save you some food.